and good evening, and yes, welcome back. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. This is a continuation of my journey up the UK by going around the UK, and it's an evening flight. It's going to get dark on this journey, but yeah, thought, wow, the best time of the day and all that in Xplane is this time of the day. And we're going to carry on from where the last video left off, which was in the quaint little place called Little Snoring. Yeah, so this is where we are in Little Snoring, and I'm going to hot foot it if I can all the way up country to, now I've got to make sure I pick up a big airport, which I don't really like to do, Durham. I'm going to go to Durham Tees Valley because that's going to have lights and things, so that's the plan. So yeah, been trying to do small airports, but really want to try and get my way up the country now. And the plane of choice is the Piper Arrow, and yes, here it is. So let's pop the electrics on. It's been a while since I've flown this, so hopefully I need to put the fuel on, don't I? And I can't remember where the fuel is. It's down there on this one, isn't it? Because that's the mistake I made before. There we go. Now let's try and start it again. It is alive. Put power lights on. Put all our outside lights on. Now, somewhere there's going to be a control to turn up the brightness of those lights, and I can't remember where it is. There we go. Right, also realised I haven't plugged this thing into my XP Realistic because I haven't used it, so let's put that on so you get a bit of wind noise and stuff. I need to program to where we're going, which is going to be EGNV. EG. And no, we're not going to grease up a bit of a trick. Durham Tees. Activate. I'll see if there's an approach we can use. ILS 05. That'll do. Activate that. Okay, put that on GPS. So that's where we're going. Okay, I think we are ready to rumble. Why have I got pitot heat? Sure there's an illumination thing for these out there. Okay, switch panel avionics, there we go, that's better, that's cool. Put the yoke back. Right, let us depart. How are we off of fuel? Half a tank of each. I might actually Right, any weights and balances. Little Snoring, what kind of weight is that exactly? Like, sounds like something out of Harry Potter. But yeah, the flight that's gone out not yet in my journey is where I ended up in this, so I'm carrying on with this because watching it live isn't going to make sense, but watching it on YouTube it will. And I've also, it's a grass runway, so I want to get out of here before it gets too dark. It's a plane, not a sports bike. Well, yeah, that's this XP Realistic. It does sometimes do the head shake thing a bit drastically. I'm not doing very much with the rudder pedals. It doesn't take much. That's slightly disconcerting. Right. I'm now confused, which doesn't take much, as to where the actual runway is. So I'm just going to stop there. If I can find my mouse, there it is. I'm pretty much at the end of it. Okay. Right, there's the runway. Which is why I'm choosing to land at something with asphalt on it. Right, let's just reboot my panel. There we go. So we're going to be on a heading of, because we haven't got a G1000 in here, heading of 321, and not the TV show. So we'll twiddle that round. And it's taking a while. So heading at 321, and on altitude it's saying of 2,500 feet. There we go. Right, let us go. Durham, here we come. Airborne. Ah. Okay. That's a thing. Now, I had this issue before, didn't I? Autopilot on. There we go. So altitude, heading, no, heading, altitude. There we go. So yeah, definitely the best time of the day for Xplane. Just look at that sky colour. How good does that look? Very is the answer. All the lights coming on in the towns below us now. Totally Fake Person. What a great name. Thank you very much for the follow. So on course now. Look at that, flying towards the sun That's just, well, it's just awesome is the word. So flying towards Skegness is over there. We're going to be going over the top of Skegness. It does look really good, doesn't it? So we're flat out. It's not the fastest plane in the world, this one. I can bring our mixture back a bit. Bring our speed up slightly. I've got a minor C flickering issue going on. It doesn't seem too bad, but it's getting dark. So yeah, we're going to be flying past Skegness. So Skeggy is over here. This is in all games, or in certain games / sims. I think sunrise and sunset look really, really good, and this is one of them. See, I do have an issue with my sea textures. I do need to sort that out. So this is where we're flying over now. That's the beach down here, a couple of villages. Burnham Market is over there. And then we're going to fly out over here, past Skegness, and then past Cleethorpes, past Humberside Airport, right over top of Hull. Good thing Liam's probably playing darts or he'll explode. And then Wombleton, is that where the Wombleton from? And then up at Durham Tees, although we're going to come in on approach for this. So a bit more of our leg across up the UK. Maybe next one I'll get up to Dundee and then finish it off up to Wick. I thought, well, I fancy doing some flying anyway, so why not stream it? And yeah, that water texture isn't great. So yeah, pull back the mixture a bit, and we're now clocking 130. Oil temperature's high, fuel pressure's okay, oil pressure's okay. This thing is a really, really nice aircraft. And with X Ambience, with XP Realistic Pro, it just makes it look a lot better. So we're at our cruising height, 2,500 feet, 118 miles to go. So it should just be getting dark as we make our way up towards Hull, which would be handy. Otherwise we'll have to see Hull. But yeah, doesn't that look really nice? There's a wind farm. So I've almost got a strobe going on with this sea. Having never been to this coastline, I don't know if any of this is actually here. I'm guessing it is. No, I don't think it's a lighting thing, Blinky, because it happens during the day. It's only since I put X ambience in but I need to play around with it. I think it's the water textures. I think it's something that X ambience is doing. It's changed the water textures. It's configuring it's conflicting with the water textures that I've already got in. So that's what's causing this flickering. Right, so over here is Skegness. And then we're going to be flying straight towards Cleethorpes. So ignore the flickering water textures. There's Skegness over there. This plane, I haven't flown this in ages actually. I think the last time I flew this was on a stream, and I wondered why the autopilot wouldn't work, and then realised there's an autopilot switch down there. It is looking really nice, lit up at night as well, and nice and simple controls. And that should bring us in to towards the runway. So I was going to do this flight anyway, as I said, but thought I may as well stream it. So I thought it'd be quite awesome to have the flight as the sun goes down. All those people now in Skegness on the roller coasters, etc. Oh, Lincolnshire Wind Farm, is that what it is? Oh, there you go, fair play, Blinky. Yeah, all those people over there in Skegness now, sat in their local Wetherspoons drinking, or outside the local Wetherspoons drinking, on the roller coasters on the seafront, wearing their Kiss Me Quick hats. So up here by the estuary then, that is Cleethorpes we're heading towards, and they're going to be flying over, so it will be properly dark by the time we arrive. But doesn't this look awesome? So this is Orbx True Earth I've got here to give us the detail that we've got in the map. We've got X ambience, not ambulance, ambience, to give us these sky textures, which just looks stunning. And then I'm running XP Realistic Pro, which gives us these wind noise and the head shake and stuff in the aircraft. The only expensive bit of that is True Earth. I think it's about £30 roughly per section. So there's south, central and north of the UK. It's about £30 a section. X Ambience was about $15 I think, and XP Realistic Pro was about the same. But all of these little things just add something a little bit extra to the whole Xplane experience. And just look at it, the way that it's lit up at night now, and as we'll see as we come inland, It looks just stunning. So this is Cleethorpes. Bring little nav map back in again. So Chapel St Leonard's, never heard of it. We've gone past Skegness, and then up here before the estuary, turn off following mode, is going to be Cleethorpes. So we're going to fly over Cleethorpes and then straight across Hull. It's owned by Dong Energy and Siemens. I'm guessing it's a Chinese consortium or something that owns it then. So straight over top of Hull, and then past where the Wombles take off from, and then up here to Durham is where we're going to end up this evening, and it will be dark by the time we get to Durham. We've got 100 miles to go. So apart from the sea flicker, which is an issue I need to sort out, and hopefully I'll do that tomorrow, it just looks fantastic, doesn't it? It's another wind farm inland. They like their renewable energy around here, don't they? Especially it's getting dark. Yeah, it's definitely the sea textures because they stopped just there. So here's Cleethorpes. No, that's Cleethorpes. Yes, that's Cleethorpes, the one that's hugely lit up there. I like the way these dials are illuminated. So outside air temperature. What's that, about 12 degrees? It's actually been really warm here today. I should imagine it's been the same over there. There are lots of people sat around in Cleethorpes and Skegness currently. Tomorrow here it's going to be 22 degrees. So I should imagine similar over on the east coast of the country. These caravan parks and stuff down here. I think all those people, look at it, blimey. Okay, that's a caravan park, caravan park, caravan park, caravan park, caravan park, caravan park, caravan park. One there, some back here. Imagine how busy the roads in and out of here are this weekend, with it being Easter weekend. And how busy this seafront is. The pubs and clubs along here must make an absolute fortune. Look at that sunset. Another wind farm out there. So there's one back there that we passed there. There's another one over there. They must make money. So we've got 91.2 miles to go before we do our approach in here. Plenty of fuel. Plane's over its happy... well, it's not. We can go up to there if we wanted to. If I bring the... mixture back a little tiny bit more. So fuel flow should now come down. Right, so this is Cleethorpes, again somewhere I've never been. Not been to this side of the country before. Liam will explode because I will put a screenshot of Hull when we come over Hull, because Liam from the Discord server is from Hull. Definitely low and slow is the way to see the UK with True Earth. Although we're at 2,500 feet, you can still see a lot of the detail. We're only at this height because we've got some hills coming up. Just about see the sea flicker issue. I'll have to try and sort that out tomorrow. I'll find out what's causing that. Yeah, look at those sky textures. Right, here comes Cleethorpes then. And that over there is Hull. Again, a place I've never been. No intention of ever going to. So we're going to pass over the Humber Bridge. Which is something that we've been across in... been across it? Been under it. Not across it. In ETS2 lots of times. I'm now going to fly over it. Well, when we get there, eventually we're going to fly over it. So here's Cleethorpes. If it wasn't so busy, it would be quite a nice place to be now. Some of these coastlines, sun's going down, nice stroll along the coast in the evening, back to your caravan or whatever it is, sit out on the balcony, veranda, a nice couple of cold beers. Quite pleasant. Yep, so this is Cleethorpes. And we cross the water, follow it straight up and straight over Hull. Hull's just coming to light now, all lit up. True Earth, if you're into Xplane and you enjoy flying around the UK, and why wouldn't you? True Earth is well worth the money. Even at this time of night. I've got real world time and weather turned on. So because it's in the UK, it's actually 25 past 8 at night. The sun is pretty much gone. It's going to be dark by the time we get to Durham. So isn't there a fun fair or something at Cleethorpes? Here or something maybe? I see a bridge or something looking like a bridge over here. Is that the Humber Bridge? So I'm going to see it on the little nav map. So that's where we are. Turn off what I follow. Humber Bridge. So Humber Bridge is there. And we're flying straight across Hull. Let's see if I can take a screenshot of the Humber Bridge. So we are 74 miles to our destination. 67 miles top of descent. The reason we're at 2,500 feet is because these mountains here, they just about clip 1,000 feet. We could descend down to 2,000 feet. We'd even descend to 1,500 feet if you want to be daring, but I'll stay at 2,500. And to arriving at Durham Tees Airport, we can certainly, I can tune the ATIS actually. So when we get close, we'll get the weather. I'll just tune it into my radio panel. 136.20, there we go. So yes, Little Snoring to Durham Tees. So there's the Humber Bridge. So a lot of industry down here, I'm guessing. A lot of ships must come up. So you've got these jetties out in the river. Or estuary. Is it estuary? Is it a river? When does a river become an estuary? Or when does an estuary become a river? That's the thing. So we are approaching Hull, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not disembark the aircraft. It's not advisable. Actually, we're flying over Immingham. Why does that ring a bell? What is Immingham famous for? Something manufactured here. This is Immingham. You can see the vehicles on the roads, look, they've all got the lights on. The street lights are lit up. Cars on these roads here. Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? The level of detail in True Earth. Bits of it are flat, so bits of it are just 2D images. But look at this, look. It's like a gas works, I'd say. And you've got the chimneys with lights on the top. That's really cool. So they are adding more and more detail to this. Wow, doesn't that look impressive? There's the Humber Bridge. Yeah, there it is. I'll post a screenshot of that in Discord and see if we can tag Liam. I could have waited and got a closer screenshot, but hey. So this is where we've come. VTS2 is right. We've got the ferry from here. Because you come under the... Must be this side. You come under the bridge and then the ferry port's here. So the ferry port must be around here somewhere then. Little tanker out in the river. Oh, there we go. There's the ferry port there. Look. We've got a ferry in. So yeah, so in the game then we come under the Humber Bridge. We've come all the way along here. Okay, scale's a bit out. And then up to the ferry port there because of the ferry. And then that takes us across to Zeebrugge, I think. We used to go Hull to Zeebrugge. So the ferry goes out there. It's pretty cool. So there is Hull. So we've only got 61 miles to go now to our destination. So we're leaving the Hull behind. Well, we haven't yet. We're just getting to Hull now. But when we get past Hull, we'll leave it behind. So Liam's down here somewhere with some pointy sticks in his hand. Yeah, so there we go. So there's the road. We come under the Humber Bridge in ETS2. Down there. And down to the ferry, which is down there. That's awesome. I'm seeing the airports yet. We passed Humberside Airport. It's back over there somewhere. Don't really pass any major airports now for the rest of the journey. The sun has well and truly gone, so it's going to start getting dark, and then we're going to rely on this thing being right. So 57 miles, it should start turning us towards runway heading. So 0, 48. So when we get to there, I'll press approach. And I will attempt to descend to about 1500 feet when we get a bit closer. Plane doing quite well. 130 something knots. Plenty of fuel left. I should think so. We've only been flying half an hour. Yeah, I've got the throttle all the way forward, so we are maxing it out. Yeah, it's probably happier around the 120. So we are pushing the limits of it, really. So it's not at its most fuel efficient at the moment. Where are we now? We are, so there's Beverly over to our right, and Market Weighton, Pocklington. It's not really passing anywhere major now, all the way up to Durham. Yeah, Beverly's over there. There's Beverly. A major town over there, though. That's going to be... that's York. Over there, where I'm going this year, to the Railway Museum. Never been before. Got no passengers. Quite nice back there, though.
Durham Tees Valley information November 1800 zulu weather. Wind 03015 variable 360 to 070. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 16. Dew point 9. Altimeter 3044. Arriving runway 05.
That's why I couldn't do the checklist. Tucked behind the seat. There's a reason I can't do the checklists, because they hide them away. So 1800 Zulu weather, sold. Wind 030 at 5 variable, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 16, altimeter 3044. What's our altimeter set at? No idea, that's in that. Arriving runway 5, that's good. That's the runway we're coming in at. Advise on initial contact, you have November. I'll turn that off now. So we picked up the ATIS, we're 47 miles away from our destination. So we'll just stream this and then end again. So I've been sat here for 3 hours now. And it's pretty warm in this room, it's 29 degrees. So York is over there. We're about to pass over, or very close to Pocklington, which is a little tiny runway. Coming up here, someone on our left soon. Maybe there's a grass strip or not. Some lights there. Oh, it could be Pocklington actually, because there's two runways. Pocklington's almost an international airport. Should be alongside it there now. There it is. So there we go. There's Pocklington. There's York over there. And Hull behind us, which is the best place to put Hull. You can see now where we're at 2,500 feet. It's almost getting mountainous up here. Well, still in just about daylight. We've got 41 miles to go. Yeah, 41 till we start our approach. This thing's pretty awesome at night. The way that's lit up, I do really like it. Still got a lovely orange glow to the sky. It's unusual for me to see the wing. I normally fly like the 172 as my low and slow aircraft, so it seems odd to me to look down on the wing. Can't open the window. No. So going past York. Yeah, then we've got a few hills coming up in front of us now. 37 miles till we start our approach. So the weather's changed.
Durham Tees Valley information November 1800 smooth weather. Wind 030 and 5 variable 360 to 070.
No is the answer.
Visibility 10. Sky clear.
Sky clear. Yep, it sure is. Right, where are we now? Absolutely no idea. Coming up to where the Wombles fly from. Yeah, I know I've tried it a few times. And then top of descent is here, and then Durham Tees. So now I've been trying to land at small airports, airfields, grass strips on this journey, but I did want to do the odd longer leg like this one. It is more suited to a Twitch stream and then a video than it is to a video, because yeah, I think the series, this is going to be episode 10, and I always thought it would be about a dozen. So 2 more trips and I think we'll be able to get there. So for the next leg, may jump in something a little bit quicker, but still fly low and slow, get ourselves up into Scotland, and then the final leg will be a flight around John O'Groats, and then landing at Wick, and then series done. Might try and get a few of the people that fly on the Discord server to join me for the last leg, or at least be a greeting party for when I land. It's making our way, 30 miles to go. That was York back there. Lots of little villages and things around now. And it's definitely getting a little bit more hilly. So I can now see why it was telling us 2,500 feet as being the minimum safe altitude that we had to fly at. The plane doing rather nicely. That throttle has been all the way forward since we accelerated. It is using a lot of fuel because it's all the way forward. I have leaned the mixture a bit, but yeah, you wouldn't want to go very far flat out, and you probably end up killing the flipping thing. Oil temperatures off the charts, fuel pressure's quite high, oil pressure's fine. Yeah, RPM is over the red line, so we are over revving the plane, that's for sure. So we shouldn't really be this fast. We killed the poor thing, which is why the fuel's coming down. Which is why we're doing 130 knots. Got a major town over there. That's Thirsk, not Thirst, Thirsk. And Angela Ripon is over here somewhere. Ripon, runway there. And back there as well. At least when we come into land, we should be able to see our runway. I didn't want to do a dark landing on a grass strip. I've done that before. Right, we're only 23 miles from our destination now. So as we come over the top of here, we should be able to see our runway is going to be over here somewhere. But we're going to follow the approach pattern in. God, this thing's epic. I think that's Durham over there in the distance. So we look on little nav map. So we're here. There's Durham. Again, somewhere I've always wanted to go. See the cathedral. So Middlesbrough and Durham. So we're here. So we're going to come in on runway 5. So we're coming in on this runway. So we're going to come in and pick up the ILS there. So we're going to have to go and we'll do a bit of a loopy thing. There's Darlington. Never been there either. Where's Durham? So why is it Durham Tees Airport when it's closer to flipping Middlesbrough? Why isn't it Middlesbrough Airport or Darlington? There's Durham. There's Newcastle, way out. So the next flight, I think we'll take. We'll certainly get ourselves up to Dundee, maybe, or somewhere up here, up to Perth. Actually, I went to Perth last year. For our strip, so I might do Perth, get ourselves into Scotland next time, so something a little bit quicker, and then we'll do the final leg up and land at Wick. So I might even jump in the Epic or something like that and make the long leg up to Perth. Right, 18 miles to go. So the airport's running that way, so we've certainly got to turn around and come in on approach. I thought it'd be darker than this actually when we arrived, but not the case. So we're only 16 miles away from our approach now. The airport should roughly be over here somewhere. Over there maybe? Over here. Ah, there I think. Yeah, I think that might be our airport. So there's Middlesbrough over there. Another major motorway running that way. Another airport there. They're everywhere. You don't realise till you're up in the sky how flipping many of them there are. Right, so I reckon that's our airport. So 14 miles away. And the autopilot's going to take over. And so we've got to turn, do 11 miles, a couple more turns, one more turn, and then line up on runway heading. Which only until a few months ago I wouldn't use approaches. I would just come in and just try and hoonie it down and land. But I actually quite like using an approach now when they work. Right, so according to Little Nav Map, we are now at 2.9 miles from top of descent. The airport is at 120 feet, so We can probably think about descending down. Down to 1250 feet. That looks like, yeah, that could be our runway over there. $11 miles to go. It's a brilliant time of day to do a flight. Definitely over revving this poor engine, and now at 145 knots. Because we're descending. I should have backed off really. The airport's over. That could be it there. So look, we're going to go out, turn around, and come back in this way. Although I'm thinking now, that I can just come in and land that from here. In fact, I reckon I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the autopilot off. I'm just going to land it myself. So this is the sort of speed we should have been cruising at. It was about the 120. It would have been more than happy at that. Manual landing, emergency services on standby. Indeed. We come into Durham. Le jog? What? I'm not jogging. I'm flying. See why it's two reds? That's not bad. 3 whites, 1 red. That's bad. Oh yeah. So it's the first time I've flown this plane in probably a month or more. Just that head shake thing. I think I'd like to look at turning that down. It does seem a bit violent. There we go, we've made it to Durham, which is where we will carry on from next time, and see if we can get ourselves up into Scotland, and then in the final episode we will end our journey by making our way up to John O'Groats, and then we'll land at Wick. So 2 more legs to go. We'll go and park it over here. I'm sure to go on the... Well, I did give praise to you and credit to you in the first episode, Tux, if you'd have watched it, that I was carrying on something that you didn't get round to finishing. There we go. And we made it. We have made it to Durham. What a cracking little aircraft the Arrow is. If I remember, I will post a link to it in the description below. Brilliant bit of kit from Just Flight. And yeah, Orbx as well. They're responsible for the scenery we've been flying over. And Ambience for this lovely sky textures. Just look at them. And Tux has the attention span of an educated subnormal monkey. Well, yes. This is true. So I've finished it for you, Tux. How's that? Well, not yet. I haven't got there. So there we go. Don't forget to check out my other content, which is OMSI, the bus simulator, on a Monday, something from Train Sim on a Wednesday, and something from Fernbus on a Friday. And who knows what's going to replace this on a Saturday when we finally get to Scotland. Thanks for those of you that have chatted. My voice is starting to go. So I'm going to call it a day there. We'll be back tomorrow night with tunes and trucking for a Saturday night. What can possibly go wrong with that? Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening, and thanks very, very much for watching.